out your link. It should work properly. Hello from Lagos, Damilola. I see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you all. Appreciate every single one of you. I am very, very excited. Today is going to be awesome, guys. We're going to learn a lot, and you'll be able to ask questions after each section. So we are going to have the branding section, and then we'll have the content creation section. So we're going to take it section by section. Let's just wait 1 or 2 minutes for more people. We're expecting quite about 40 people. So I'm trying to wait a little bit so that everyone can come in. Hi, Alima from Lagos. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I hope it's not raining in Lagos or in Accra or Philippines, because it's kind of cold here. Let me start by introducing myself again. My name is Wendy Love, and I am a Nigerian, but I'm based in Houston, Texas. I am a digital marketer. Alima, please refresh your page. Yes, you're going to get recording for the session. You're going to get the actually, you're going to get the slides. Precious, can you refresh? Because I think, can everybody else hear and see me? I think other people can. So can you please refresh your page or refresh the link? Okay. Okay, so let's get started, guys. Let's get started. So the business branding and content creation workshop. Hi, Wisdom from Elisha. You're welcome. You're welcome. And this class, okay, so we're going to get started. I introduce myself as Wendy Love, and let's get started. Okay, so what are you going to learn today? Today, you're going to learn about business branding. You're going to learn about why branding is important, branding identifiers, examples of social media brands that are doing it well online, branding checklist. You're going to learn about content creation on social media, different types of social media content. You're going to learn about the customer journey, how to find your target audience. You're going to learn about call to action, hashtags, how to convert, how to write good, hi Peju, how to write Instagram captions, checklists, and you're going to be getting a lot of checklists today. A lot of checklists. I also have some extras, some goodies for you guys at the end of the class today. So I am excited to be here. So a quick exercise for you guys, just as we start. When you look at all these brands, when you look at the picture, I'm sure you recognize 1 or 2 of these brands that I'm showing you their picture. What comes to mind? What comes to mind? I want you to write in the comment section what comes to mind when you look at GTB, or when you look at Glow or Google, or when you look at Instagram, Indomie, Noodles. What comes to mind? There are 2 pages, Google, Coca-Cola, Amazon. Tell me what comes to mind. I want you to write it in the comment section. What do you think about when you see Google? Or what do you think about when you see Coca-Cola? What do you think about when you see Amazon? Or the Nigerian ones, what do you think about when you see MTN? What comes to your mind? Can you write it in the comment section? Let me know what comes to your mind. What do you think about when you see these brands? Okay. Yes, I know it's a brand, but how do you feel about them? How do you feel when you think about, for me, for example, when I think about Coca-Cola, I think about party, I think about enjoyment. I think about, oh yeah, something relating to fun. Coca-Cola is, sweet, enjoyment, that kind of thing. I remember what they produce. Exactly. They come to mind. Something triggers your mind when you see these brands, right? When you think about MTN, you think, oh, something to do with the phone. They're efficient, or you can connect properly, or they give you good data. Exactly. Airtime, they're fun. Exactly. Those are the kind of things that comes to mind, right? So let's take that notion of the thought of that, and let's go to what branding is. Branding for marketing. So today we're focusing on social media, right? And our main focus on social media is Instagram. However, what I'm going to be teaching you today, you can use it across all platforms. So social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, everything cuts across all social media platforms. But we're going to be using Instagram as our example. So let's talk about branding. Branding in marketing is how you tell your business story that potential customers will be able to identify with. Okay, branding is a set of identifiers you create for your business to set a tone for your audience. So branding is a perception of other people about your business. Remember when I said take a look at these businesses, you think about it. You said when you think about MTN, for instance, you think about phone, you think about how efficient they are. When you think about Amazon, for example, you think about how, for me, I shop on Amazon almost every day. Why? Because they're very efficient. They're very good in terms of they're very fast. I buy something on Amazon today, in 2 days time, I get it, right? So branding is how people perceive your business. It is the reputation that you build about your business. Branding is not a logo, it's not your color. It is how people perceive how well your business is. So branding is extremely important. And all these big companies, the MTN, the Glo, the Coca-Cola, have used set of identifiers over the years to create an amazing impression on you. That is why you don't even have to look at Coca-Cola's name for you to know that that's a Coca-Cola. For you to say, oh, whenever you have a party in your house, you have to buy Coca-Cola, you have to buy Sprite, you have to buy drinks relating to that. It's a no-brainer for you. Why? Because over the years, they have built their name. They have used sets of identifiers to make you be impressionable about their brand anywhere you go. That is why they are growing. That is why they are increasing. Now, why is this important? If you want to create brand awareness, even on Instagram, you have to have a brand. You have to have a cohesive voice online. And if you want to generate more customers, these names that I'm calling, they have built it over the years, and that is why you identify with them today. That is why you're always using MTN, or one person or the other is using MTN. That is why you're always buying Coca-Cola. That is why when you're searching for something, you go on Google, right? Google is always the first place you go to when you're searching for something. Because these people have used identifiers, have used strategies over the years to build their reputation, to make an impression, and that is what branding is all about. And if you want to get more customers, you have to brand your business. On Instagram, you have to have a cohesive voice. On Instagram, you have to have one voice. On social media platform, online, you have to have a clear understanding. People have to understand your brand immediately they come to your page. Using Instagram as an example, people have to understand why you're on Instagram immediately they come to your page. And let's move into the identifiers. When I go to your Instagram page, as we're using Instagram as an example, I want to be able to understand your brand name, your logo, if you're using a logo, your theme line, your graphics, your voice, your mission. All of these things work together to create an impression to help you build a company, a business that people can relate to. If I come to your page, let's start with brand name. This is an extremely important part of your business. If I come to your page on social media or Instagram, and your name is extremely difficult to read, your name is so hard. I mean, some people, when I go to their page, I'm seeing XYZW underscore exclamation point dot 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 1 2 3. Nobody's going to remember that name. It's too difficult. You want a name that is easy to understand, easy to pronounce, easy to read. This, remember, you're creating impressions on people. You're trying to make people remember you, right? So when you're designing your name, when we look at all the branding that I call, can you see how easy their names are? Can you see how straightforward it is? Have you noticed that most of them, their names are like one word or maximum of two? Oracle, Honda, Coca-Cola, Google, IBM, Cisco, Disney, you know, all these names. Let's go to the Nigerian ones. GTB Bank, Access, MTN, Glo, Google, Instagram, Paystar. They are not using complicated names. So when you think of your name, even on social media, make sure it is not complicated. That's the first thing. Make sure it's very easy. Make sure it's very clear. What I always say as, can you guys hear me? Janet said it's cracking. Can you hear me? Let me know, guys. Let me know, please. So the brand name is extremely important. You have to use easy names, easy to read, easy to understand. Now let's go to your logo. If you're using logo on social media, if you're using logo on Instagram, make sure that it is what represents your style, what represents your tone. When you think about big logos like Nike, at a point you don't even need to, good that you're hearing me. At a point you don't need to think about Nike for too long. Once you see the check mark, you know that that is Nike. So your logo is extremely important because it's a visual trademark. Now that you can go adjust your name is cool, it's easy to understand, easy to pronounce, easy to read. Let's go to your logo. Your logo has to be very stylish. It has to be a perception of your business. If you're selling clothes, make sure your logo is fun. Make sure your logo is sophisticated. Make sure your logo is aligning to your business, right? You can't be selling clothes and have a logo that looks like people are going to church, right? They have to align. They have to be fun. The colors that you use are so important also. They have to align with your personality or with the type of voice that you're giving to your business. Also, if you're using a theme line, for example, you have Just Do It for Nike. If you're using a theme line, a slogan that is catchy, make sure it's short, make sure it's catchy, or we sell awesome clothes, or best clothes in Lagos, or best clothes in Accra, wherever theme line that you're using, make sure it's amazing and easy to understand that people can remember. Remember that Instagram and all these online platforms, they are very, very competitive. So when people come to your page, in the first few minutes that they come to your page, they want to be able to understand why and what you're doing. They want to be able to understand your promise for them. So if you are selling clothes, or you're a realtor, or you're a baker, whatever business that you're doing, you want people to understand it immediately they come to your page. You don't want people to have to look through, few pictures immediately. That means your bio has to have all this information, your brand name in your bio, your logo in your bio, your theme line, your promise information. Everything has to be so understandable. In fact, I want you to think about a 9-year-old child. I want you to write your theme lines, your bio, as if a 9-year-old is going to read it. So something very simple for everyone to understand and very quick. The graphics you use. Instagram is a very, very visual platform. You want to use graphics that are amazing, high quality, trending, and aligning to your brand, and consistent. It is very important. If you're using a particular color on Instagram, let it go through all your other platforms. Let it be the same color on your website. Let it be the same color on your Facebook. Let it be the same color on whatever, Twitter, whatever other, Pinterest. Make sure you have a uniform color. Your voice also has to help. Your voice is what you communicate. What are you selling? What are you promising me? When I come to your page and you say, oh, I sell high quality hair, I want to look at your pictures and see high quality hair. I don't want to look at your pictures and see cakes. I don't want to look at your pictures and see other things. Of course, you can sell multiple things on one page, but make sure that your bio is aligning to your content. Whatever you put on your bio, whatever descriptions you're written on your bio, make sure those are aligning to your content. Make sure what you're promising me is aligning. So like you say, I promise you digital marketing. I don't want you to come to my page and start seeing nothing relating to that. You have to align your page with what you're asking people to. And then your mission. Why are you doing what you're doing? I know that a lot of people will say, I'm on social media to make money. That is great. But you have to also have another why. Why are you doing this? Because we want to build a business that is long-term. We're not looking at just this year or this month to make quick money. We want to build a business. These businesses, these MTNs, these Google, they have been around for so many years and they built it over time. So you want to think of your whys as, I want to build a long-term business that will generate income for me and even my family and my future. And that's what I want you to think about when you think about these identifiers. I have given some examples here on social media platforms that once you look at it, this picture, I put it there for a reason. You can't read their bio, but once you come to this page, or once I put this picture, you can tell in few minutes that this page is about beauty. This page is about makeup, something related to that. Immediately you come in. So your page on social media has to be easy, has to be clear. The message has to be relatable. It has to be memorable. It has to be consistent. And you can see, sometimes you might not be able to use logo, but you can use picture. If you're using picture, make sure that the same lighting in most of your pictures are the same. So if it's you take your pictures outside, or you use a particular numbers on your camera, make sure it's the same. Use consistent colors, use consistent tone. Let your logo, look at that pretty logo. It's easy, it's feminine. We understand that this has to do with beauty. If you look at HelloFresh also, immediately you come to this page. I'm talking 5 seconds. I'm not telling you, I don't want to be good. Immediately people come to your page, they land on your page. They want to be able to know exactly what this page is about. So building a cohesive brand tone is very important to achieve that. When you look at HelloFresh, you can tell by looking at this page that it has something to do with food. You don't even have to read their bio for you to tell. And you can tell with the cohesive color of their logo, their highlights, their pictures. You can tell even the pictures of food have the same tone in terms of the color. So if you're taking your pictures outside, make sure most of your pictures are outside, right? If you're taking your pictures, if you're using graphic, make sure you use consistent tone. This is how you build memories. This is how you build a brand. You create an impression on people when your colors, your tone, your voice, your name are all memorable. HelloFresh is very easy to read. Their name, their color, their tone, their voice is memorable. And if you see on their bio, they say you choose delicious recipes and we deliver all the ingredients to your door. Very, very easy, right? It's very easy to understand exactly what and why they do. And this is so crucial. I want you to go after this class, look at your Instagram page. Let's start from your Instagram and make sure it is so easy. The logo is amazing. Your username, your the other name that you use, everything is all easy to understand and remember. Remember this, your Instagram page is for others. Your brand is an impression of people to your business, to your company. It is a reputation you build, and this is how it's going to help. These identifiers is what is going to help people remember your brand, remember your products, remember your services once they are aligning. The colors, your highlights, your pictures are high quality pictures, your location, everything is all visible on your page. Now, let's move to how to create a brand voice. Like I was saying, when you're thinking of your brand, in words, you need to describe your business. Think about how to describe your business. And it has to be consistent. It has to be steady. You know, you have to make sure that what you're promising people. Remember, I used HelloFresh. They said their promise to us is that you choose your delicious recipe and we deliver to you. That is their promise to you. Basically, and what I see here is everything relating to that promise. The food that is relating to their promise. So when you're building your brand, you make sure that your bio and your photos are aligning. Next thing you need to do is to audit and purge your existing content. Your content that you have right now, is it working? Go into your insights and see which ones are working and which ones are not working. Once you've identified those ones, write them down. These are the ones that are doing well. These are the ones that people like. These are the ones people sent me a DM about. These are the ones that people commented on, and start to see what you did differently to others. You can also ask people, ask your audience, ask your followers, what do you think about my content? What do you want to learn about? How do you want me to use my products and services to help you better? And describe. So I want you, after all this, to describe your brand in 3 words. Think about it yourself and describe your brand. Those 3 words are what is going to help you when you're creating your awesome bio and awesome information. So I am going to be giving you a checklist after this course for branding that you can use to align with your business, right? And in your branding, the fundamentals, like I said, Coca-Cola, they didn't just build their brand, or you didn't just know them overnight. They used fundamental skills. They used fundamental notions and identifiers to impress upon you who they are. Same as MTN, same as Google, same as Indomie. And so your mission is very, very important. Identifying why and who you serve, your target audience, is very crucial. You have to understand why you're in business, who you're serving, and how you can serve them. That is your mission first. So write it down. Why am I doing this? Let it be clear, because this is what's going to help you to create content. If you don't understand why and who your target audience is, you don't understand the type of content that they want. The easier way to do this also is to check your competitors, right? Look at people that are in your industry that are doing very well and use them as a benchmark to see the type of content that they're creating to attract people, to attract your target audience, if you know they have the same target audience as you. Same thing as your brand story. Go to the back of the scene. Understand why you started what you did. How can you make your target audience aware of your story, how you started? You can share these moments in your social media platform. You can share it in your stories. You can share it on your feed, how everything got started. Make sure that you decide and you exhibit professionally and personally. Remember that people go on social media to have fun, right? So make sure that it's not all business. Even if you want your feed to look all serious, you don't want it to look too serious. Make sure you add a little bit of vibe and spice videos to your brand, right? Make it fun, make it relatable. Social media is fun. Make sure that your branding and your content and your whole atmosphere is all fun on social media. Also, look at your brand value. Determine what you accept as true as a business. Setting your core values is important. Why? These are the values that you provide. You're a professional. You provide absolute best services. Make sure that your brand values are all set properly. These are the things that, again, I'm going to give you a checklist that you're going to use to identify and to make sure you optimize your social media pages in order to help you convert, in order for you to get more sales, in order for you to get more impressions, more followers. Also, your brand boundaries, what possibilities that you would say sure and not to. Creating boundaries for your business will assist you examine when to say no and when not to say no. You have to have all this in place. You have to make sure that your brand message is also very important. On social media, we can tell your brand message by your pictures. If your pictures is so dry, it doesn't communicate, it doesn't have enough caption, you're not using high quality pictures, we don't understand your location, we don't know where you are on social, any part of the world you are, and you're providing services, this might be confusing to people that come to your page. People want to be able to identify quickly where you are if they can do business with you. And so communicating that through your content, through your bio, through your pictures is essentially important on Instagram. And then we go to the language. Like I was saying, your language, how you write your captions are very, very important. We're going to get into captions later in this course. Your brand personality has to show. Are you fun? Are you selling fun products? Then make fun pictures. Create fun pictures. Let your persona show. Let your personality show. The keywords that you use, we're going to go into hashtags, which is relating to keywords. They're very, very important. In your bio, you have to have a keyword. You have to tell us why you are there and use hashtags in your bio. Make sure you have the appropriate keywords in your bio so that we know what you're doing. Oh, I sell food. Oh, I sell clothes. I make up. Tell us your location. I will not stress that enough. So many people, when I go to your page, I don't know where you're based. I don't know your location. You can use flags. You can tell us the state so that people who are coming to your page can relate. When using hashtags, you have to also use location in your hashtag so that people can understand where you are when they're looking for services relating to that. So the niche or your target audience, your community, all these work together to help you with your branding. When you understand your niche so well, you understand that this is the market that you're facing. You understand that these are your ideal customers. You will start to think about your ideal customers, putting them in your shoes. Remember, on social media, nobody really cares about you or your business, apart from your family and friends. They are there to know how your business can make them feel good, can make them look good, or can make them feel better or funny about themselves. Those are the three main things. People come on your page and will use your services if it makes them improve their life, if it makes them feel good, or if it makes them look good. Those are the three main things you need to consider. So when you're creating content, make sure you are putting people ahead of you. You're not thinking about yourself, but thinking about your customers, thinking about your potential customers. What will make them feel good about this post? How will this post benefit my target audience? How will this post improve their life? What problem am I solving? What solution am I providing with each and every post? And this goes aligned with the pictures, it goes aligned with the captions, it goes aligned with the hashtags you're going to use. So that when you're creating any content, you have to think about these things. And for your community, you have to engage them in such a way. Once you know your target audience, we're going to go into later, You will be able to engage them. These are the things that you can do on social media to help. Again, I cannot stress, your competitors would really help you. If you know the people doing well in your field, go and look at their page and see what is working for them. See the type of videos, see the type of content they are creating. Your logo, I've said that already, your mood board, all these things are working together to help you with your branding. The fonts that you use, again, if you're a graphic, if you need graphic for your Instagram page, you have to use the same type of fonts. All these you can use from Canva, you can use content creation tools. Your color has to be consistent. If you are just taking pictures of your product and service, it has to be high quality, it has to be bright. You have to use videos. You have to write amazing captions. And in each of your every post, you have to add keywords and hashtags. This hashtag is how people are going to find your post. These are what people search and find your post. So you have to always add those to every single content that you create on social media, especially on Instagram. You have to make sure that the quality of your colors, the theme, everything all are consistent, all aligning. Right? The workspace, all these are for websites. If you have a website, make sure they all align with your social media page. Make sure they're all aligning, the tone, everything is all working together. The email, your business card, all this photography, everything, all, like I said, all things are working together to make you successful online. Every single one, and all this will be on the checklist that you have to use to match your Instagram page and your other social media page, because all those things are going to work together. They have to be consistent, they have to align, they have to be fun, they have to resonate with everyone that is using it. Remember what I said earlier, that nobody cares about you. The customer is the hero. And tell a story about your brand based on how it will benefit your customers. If you want to be successful, you want to have a lot of people engaging, tell the story, because the customer is the hero. Nobody cares. Your customer is your focus. Tell the story in a manner that focuses on your ideal customer, providing solutions for them. Make sure you tell that story appropriately. This checklist, like I said, as I've discussed, is going to be shared with you. So I would like to look at 2 pages on Instagram, if you want me to check, that we can take a look at together based on the branding, and we can talk about, and then before we ask questions. So if you want me to take a look at your Instagram page, please share your Instagram page below before we move to content. Share your Instagram page. Let's take a look at it, and then we can work together on how to improve that page right now. If you all can hear me, share your Instagram page if you want me to take a look at it. Okay, I'm going to write it down. Okay, so let's go to the Instagram page. Let's go there right now. I am going to go to Riot. I just randomly picked somebody. So I'm going to go to the page. Riot_Courts. Okay. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Let's see. Can you see the screen okay? Let me make sure everybody can see my screen. Good. Okay. So based on everything that we've spoken about, let's look at Riot_Courts together. I like the logo. You can see that Riot, she has a great logo about our business. However, the name of the business, definitely you can improve on the name, just so that we really understand better what you do. Here, she has described our business as we specialize in best stock, ready-to-wear, casual, and corporate Owambe outfits, nationwide delivery. And she added a link. Great. And she told you exactly where she are, fashion designer in Ibadan. Now, the pictures, She has added pictures. So let's go to what I also suggest, Riot is to use highlights. Highlights helps you identify and beautify your page. It makes it easier for people to appreciate your page better. So add some highlights to your page. Make sure that you use colors aligning. I would say maybe you can also use a brighter color, more fun, feminine color, you know, to attract people, and use highlights. Now, when we go to your page and the pictures on your page, we want you to use more videos, right? Let's see this one. You've used video here, and let's go into the here. Okay, so Riot_cards, you've explained to your what this product is about, or what this person. You used hashtags, also used a little bit of emoji. Now, you can also generalize your hashtags, right? So you don't have to always use only your location. We're going to go into hashtag later, but you don't have to always only use your location. You can add other similar locations that people can buy, since you said it's a nationwide delivery. So you can add other locations that people can buy from. Now, in your bio, when we go back to your bio, we can also add other information that can help people understand you better. You can say that, oh, send a DM. Oh, you did say send a DM or a click to go to your page. Send a DM or W link to go to your page. If you have a website, add it to that information. If you have other hashtags that people can relate to, add it. But I would say that your page is fine, but maybe you can improve on the logo. You can add some highlight to add color. You can start using I'm not sure if you use your stories or not, but start using stories. Build a color that is cohesive. Make sure you're also on Facebook. I think Facebook will definitely help you. Make sure you're using the same brand colors on Facebook that would align with your page. Now, your pictures, you want it to be a little more uniform, right? You want it to have a little more base color. So make sure that you use high quality pictures, and make sure you always use hashtags in each of your captions, in each of your pictures. And you see, this is a really nice picture. Of course, all your pictures cannot be like this, but create the experience. You're using videos, which is fun. People engage more with videos, very, very crucial. But definitely you can improve on the logo, highlights, and adding more hashtags to your page. Okay, so let's go to somebody else, one more person that I would talk about. Otedola. Let's go to Otedola Collectibles. So we're going to look at one more person before we move into our questions. Okay, so why am I not getting this right? First, please, like I said, oh, okay, okay, sorry, I think I spelled it wrong. Otedola Associates. Okay. So let's look at this. Why I'm trying to use a different, so this is great, right? When I come to your page, immediately I get to your page. Like I was saying, in the first 5 seconds I get to your page, I understand that it's a real estate firm based in Lagos. We render top-notch professional real estate services. I understand your services. I understand that you are, you have a website. I know that you do real estate. Amazing logo, appreciate it. It aligns with every other thing that you're doing with your highlights. For suggestions for your bio page, the Lagos, you can definitely put it as a hashtag so that people can find you. Now, I also realize when it comes to services that instead of using for your name, you can use a hashtag. You can use a search word. So Lagos Realtor or Lagos Real Estate Company, because people come on social media. Let me tell you, let me give you an example. People come on Instagram, for instance, to search for this. They go on and they search for Lagos Realtor. Now, if you use this, did I spell it properly? Let's see. It's taking forever. Oh, hold on. People come here and search for oh God, I'm not spelling right today. Today is not the day to spell. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so this came up, but that's not the point. Okay, this is the point I'm trying to make. Can you see that person's page? When you type, people come online searching for a particular service. So when you use that in your username, it helps you to be more searchable on social media. Can you see this hashtag? It has 58,000 posts. It is extremely attractive. So by you using your name, by you putting it in your username, you become one of the top people that hashtag would find. So you can definitely add that to your username. That is a good place to start. I'm going to go back to your page, and then we can take a look at it again. Okay, so we are loving, like I said, the branding, the voice, your promise to everyone is aligning, right? We understand why and what purpose you are. On your highlights, you have really good, consistent colors. The feed is also consistent. Now, let's take a look in terms of your voice, your tone, and let's take a look at your particular page. Now, you're using the real estate, Nigeria, real estate, Lagos. So what I would suggest for you, the captions are great, but you need to do more. We're going to go into hashtags, but you definitely need to do more hashtag research, because there's some words, hashtag that you could be using to attract more people to your page. There's some hashtag that you should be using to attract more people to your page. So we can definitely go into that. We're going to go into that when we start talking about content. But again, this is a good example of a good logo, a good branding, voice, cohesive, aligning what they're promising you. Real estate, we expect that in their content, we're going to have real estate information. We're going to have real estate topics. You can also engage people by asking questions about what kind of properties they're looking for. You can find those type of target audience. We're going to go into your target audience later, but you can use that as information to build your page. Okay, so now it's time for us to ask questions. If you have any question relating to branding, remember we're still going to talk about content relating to branding, you can ask. So I'm going to go to the chat box now. Can you guys see the, okay, so it's just trying to close this page. If you have questions about branding, please ask before we move into content. Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry, Chidima. I'll probably have to send you the data. I'll send you the slides after. I'm going to send you the slides. So if you have any question about branding, please write it now. So to choose a brand name, you have to think about your product. It's always good to write 3 words that represent your business, right? When you write those words down, use it as a guide to create your brand name. Now, I'm not saying, and create a name that relates, that is easy. Like I showed you those big brands, they always use like 1 word or 2 words at the most, because you want people to be able to remember your business easily. And this is the impression they're going to leave. So think about why your business, what is your business about? Is it fun? Is it stylish? Is it high quality? Are you providing exceptional service, real estate? Whatever your business is about, your brand name should kind of align with that, or just create a brand name that is fun, easy to remember, easy to read, and memorable even for you, right? You can use your name, you can use creating your business name, but just make it easy. let the username and the brand name be easy. So for me, I couldn't find Wendy Love, so I had to create it, and I put three E's, because I know everyone can pronounce Wendy, and Wendy is part of my name. So I created a name that is universal, that anyone can easily remember. So create names that are easy to remember, easy to identify with. If there are no other questions about branding, we're going to move to the next phase, which is content. Content. What is content? Like I said, our focus here is on social media, right? So content creation for social media is a process of generating topics ideal that appeals to your buyer persona, creating written or visual content around those ideals, and making information accessible to your audience as a blog, video, or infographics. So when you're creating content, you're creating it with text, especially for social media, that would align with your target audience. Like I said before, people don't really care. They want you to make them, either you're solving a problem, or you are making them feel good, or you're making them look good. So when you put that in mind, create content that aligns with the pain points of your target audience. The people that, for instance, we looked at a real estate company. Create content about the neighborhood. For instance, if I want to buy a real estate in Lagos, one of the pain points I would have is the neighborhood safe? Are there good schools around me? Do they have good infrastructure? Is there light in Nigerian terms? Is there light? Are there good roads? Is it safe? Have I said that? How are my neighbors? So creating content that aligns to those pain points will definitely help, right? Because if I come to your page, I'm looking for a property, for example, and you're creating content, you're telling me, okay, this neighborhood, if you buy this house, you give me a video tour of the house, then you start to tell me about the neighborhood. You start to tell me about the schools. You can make videos about the good schools around that neighborhood. You can make videos about the production or the infrastructure around that neighborhood. You can tell me why the neighborhood is safe. These are pain points of a family. If you have a family, these are things that are problems that we want to address before buying a house. So providing content that helps to hit the pain point of your followers or your target audience, or make them feel good or make them look good, is extremely important. As I said, you have to put the customers are the heroes. Those are the focus points. So you have to create content. You're going to get these slides. You're going to get these slides that I'm showing you. Okay, so don't worry. So this is very essential. You have to hit people where it's paining them. That's the reason they came to your page. If you are providing solutions, okay, how am I going to make money? How will I improve my social media to make money? That is what is paining you. You want to make more money. So you would listen to opportunities to make more money, right? Same thing when you're creating content. Create content to help people with a particular pain. If you're selling goods, make sure that you create videos about how efficient your shipping is, how fast you ship, how honest you are. Show people reviews. Let them feel safe about you. Social proof, because this is what helps. Okay, how do I know that you are not one of those scammers? How do I know that you are going to provide amazing outfit for me? Show me reviews. Create content to show people reviews. Or how do I know that, oh, this clothes is going to be fitting me? Show me what other people are saying about the dress or the outfit. Show me how fast, or your delivery company that you're using. These are the things that people worry about, right? These are their pain points, and creating content to align with that is very, very crucial. These are the types of content you can create for social media. I've shared with you 30 videos. You can create live videos. You can create content about your employees. You can create content about the company news, market data. You can create content about articles and blog posts, behind the scenes. Take people behind the scenes. If you have a store, tell them how things are made. You can create content and giveaway. You can create influencer content, GIFs, animation. Create a fun animation about your product. You can use user-generated content. This is so essential. User-generated content are content of others about your product. So like the riot underscore, She showed you pictures of people wearing the clothes. Those are user-generated content because people created that from our product. This helps and is very engaging. So create content of such. Use Instagram stories, interesting quotes, guest takeover posts, industry news, infographics, previews and teasers, memes, customer photos, client feedback, question, tips, tricks. There's so many different types of content, polls and survey. Mix it up, mix your content up. Let it be fun so that people can engage, so that people can really understand who and why you do what you're doing, right? Now, let's move into the stages of customers. A lot of people, like I said, you have to know your why. You have to know why you're doing business. If you're just there, especially on Instagram, to make quick money, there's no quick like that. You have to understand that. Most times when people come on your social media, they are not going to buy immediately. As a matter of fact, when I come to the page, I am just made aware. People have stages. That is why it's called the customer journey. Can you remember how many times you had to see a product before you buy it? Especially when you come on social media. These are the stages that people have. So the stages of customers in marketing is awareness stage. The first stage is awareness. Like I showed you a baby. This is the initial step for business to reach their potential clients and introduce services they offer. When people come on social media, you're creating awareness. So by using hashtags, when people click on that hashtag, they see your brand, they see your company, you're creating awareness. That's the first stage. Now I know you exist. Okay, great. I know you exist. So they might not buy immediately. So you can't be frustrated when you're using an influencer that showed your product and you're expecting 10,000 sales and you did not know, because it is the first stage. People have been made aware by that influencer. People have been made aware by that ad that you ran. People have been made aware about your content, but they don't necessarily buy. As a matter of fact, 80% of people that are made aware of your content, the first stage, they do not buy immediately. They go through a journey. In marketing, we call it engagement, the second stage. This is when people start to ask you questions about your product. This is when people start to check and visit you. So you create content to bring people in. They come to your page. They start to follow you. They start to like you. You continue to create content, like I said, with those suggestions that engages them. Now they know about you. Now they're following you. Now they want to learn more about you. People go through this process. Can you imagine the amount of stages you go through before you buy something? You think about it. This is like a baby, First, they're a little baby, then they start to crawl, right? Always make sure that your page has a proper call to action, capturing information. This is where email listing is important. This is where you create content to continue to build that engagement, interest about your brand. Then finally, people buy. Trust me, when most people they go through that journey, the awareness stage, the engagement stage, and then they buy. At this point, people now feel comfortable to buy. They've asked you questions, how long it's going to take to be shipped. You've answered all their pain points, all the questions that they're worried about. Are you spamming? Do you have a business account? Is your business account aligning? How do I know that I'm not being frauded? They've asked you all these questions, then they buy. So they have to go through that journey. So don't be frustrated. So for instance, when you use influencer, make sure after the influencer has done their job, you go through the people that have liked, that have commented, and start to engage them again. Ask them to follow you on your own page and continue to create awesome content until they buy from you. Okay, people go through a journey before they buy. And then, of course, they buy again. This is where you now build a brand and people start to tell one another, oh, come to this person. She's awesome. Our products are really good. Our services are really good. They start to engage with you more and more as you connect with them, right? They've gone through that journey of trust all through, and sometimes this takes time. Now, let's move into defining your target audience. This is always a big question I get asked. How do I find my target audience? And how do I even know who my target audience is? For you to know your target audience, you have to define them. So you have to create, in marketing, we create what we call buyer persona. You have to create this buyer persona and understand who they are, their gender, their age, their marital status, their income, their education. Write it all down. Where do they live? Your target audience, where do they live? Do they live in Lagos? Do they live in worldwide? Exactly, write them down. Why do they want your product? How does your product help them in their lives? I'm telling you, this is one of the most important questions you have to always answer with your content. How does it, like I said to you, you have to hit their pain point, help them solve a problem, help them feel good, or help them look good. These are the three things people are searching for subconsciously. So how does your product help them? Write a list of the benefits of your product. How will they benefit from your product? Write it down. This way you can use it to create engaging content, addressing those benefits, addressing those pain points. And then you go to, when are they likely to purchase your product? Are these people in the awareness stage? Are they in the consideration stage? Are they in the stage of buying? If they're still engaging with you, continue to create products to push them into buying. Continue to address their pain point. Look, we ship within 2 days. Look, these are the reviews that we have from other people. Continue to use those types of content to push them along their journey of buying. What are their buying behavior? These insights, you can also get it from your Instagram insights. You can use your Facebook. They're all connected to find out this buying behavior of others, of your target audience. How to find your target audience. So one thing, you can define your target audience, but you have to find them, right? These are the places that you can find them. Of course, using your Facebook insights or your Instagram insights, it breaks down their location, it breaks down their journey for you. Using your competitors' page, if you have people selling similar things, you can use their page to figure out who your target audiences are. Influencer pages, of course, that attracts your target audience. You can use that to figure it out. Snapchat, TikTok, related hashtags. Hashtags are extremely important in all of your posts because this is how people find you. So you have to use related hashtags to whatever topic you are speaking about. Online blogs, offline related events, online groups on Facebook and WhatsApp. Your target audiences are there, and your social events. On LinkedIn, if you're a business to business, you have to always be on LinkedIn, and you can use tools like Sales Navigator to find your target audience. How to find your target audience on Facebook. You can compile a record of your present clients and social media audience. You can start with your clients and those already engaged with you or following you. Consider their age, their interest. You can use that as on Facebook. Use free social media analytics tools. This is very important. Go into your insights on Facebook to find your target audience. Again, you cannot check your competitors enough. Use compatible hashtags to also find your target audience. Join or collaborate in groups to help you find your target audience. We've already spoken about this. Target audience on Facebook is similar. Use polls to really understand why and who your target audiences are. Use their age, your insight on your page to really know, because there you can see their location, you can see their age, you can see the interest, you can see the gender of people that come to your page, and use that to build your more information about your target audience and creating content again that hits their pain points, right? So like I was saying before, a buyer persona. This is what it is. A buyer persona is huge in marketing. We always have to build this buyer persona as part of our strategy. It's just basically the person, the image of the person. Can you hear me now? Can everybody else hear me? Please refresh your page. A buyer persona. Can you hear me? Please let me know others can hear me before I continue. Can you hear me, guys? Okay, good. So the buyer persona is just when you build an image of your target audience. This is the way my ideal customer looks like. And then when you understand who your target audience is, you have to be able to meet their needs, their pain points, their motivation, and their buying consent. Whatever content you're creating, it doesn't matter what. Sorry about that, Bukola. It doesn't matter what stage or what type of content that you're creating, you have to be able to meet the pain points, their buying motivation, and their buying content. If you know that your target audience is fun, they like fashion, they like the lifestyle, please create content to align with what they like. If they like lifestyle, show them lifestyle. If they like their buying concern, like I said, maybe they want to feel comfortable that you're not going to spam them, send them a message, send them reviews of others. If they're having some pain point, like I said, if you're selling houses, tell me if the area is safe. Show me data that the area is safe. Show me the good schools around that neighborhood. Hit those things that are my concern as a buyer. That is the type of content you should be making or adding to your previous content. Tell me about those information that bothers me. Those are the ways that you can really drive people. Take out any negative persona, like high customer acquisition cost. This saves you time, right? Budget restraint. Your current services are not aligning with their goals. Any other questions that they have, make sure you take it out of when you're building your buyer's persona. And this will help you. Look out for real buyers, not ideal buyers. You want people that would actually buy. If you know your product is expensive, make sure you look for rich people, right? Make sure you go to target audiences that are rich, that they have high income. You can use Facebook to find people with income, right? You can use that, or go to pages that you feel like the people following this person has money to buy their product. Then engage with those type of people. If you know that, find people that would actually buy from you. Go beyond your generic demographic and start thinking about people's interests. What else do they like? So people that like, for instance, if you like fashion, they probably might also like handbags. You can go to people that have handbags pages. People that like real estate might also like cars. You can go to people that like cars. Those might be part of your target audience, because people don't just have one interest, right? They have multiple interests. So finding other interests, if you use Facebook audience, just Google Facebook audience, you can use it to research other interests that your target buyer or your persona would have. Then build this picture of this ideal customer. This is my ideal customer. You can build 2 or 3 of them. That way you've now written down all their pain points, all their needs, what makes them feel good, how you can make them feel good. Then you can create content to meet their needs. If I come to your page and you're meeting my needs, you can't have too many or too few personas. So you just want to make about 4 or 5 of different types of target audience and use it to understand, because this is going to help you to build that amazing content that people are going to come and start rushing you. When you come and tell me in if I'm your target audience and you tell me how I'm going to benefit for your product, then it is amazing, right? It is really going to be amazing for me to buy from you, because you're hitting my pain point. You're telling me how I'm going to get discount. You're telling me how I'm going to get a huge deal. You're telling me how I have promo. People like promo. People like things that would entice them and make them feel good. Remember, people want to feel good about themselves, not about you, but about themselves. It's all about me when I come to your page. So make sure that the customer is always the hero when you're doing that. Now, when you've created this nice content, you know exactly who your target market is, your target audience, you found them. You need to add call to action to all your content. What I didn't say before, because I wanted to face it in the content, is that when you create captions, you have to add call to. So you want people to do something, which is what? It's just a word, a phrase, a sentence that you use for people to take action. So when you write your caption for Instagram, make sure that you're telling people either to download something, or to shop, or to upload, or to search, or to go to a particular link, or to like your picture, or to follow you, or to comment. Make sure you always add an instruction at the end of your caption so that people know exactly what you want them to do. Don't just create a caption, you don't have any call to action, and it's called call to action. When you create an instruction for people, that is what is called call to action. And these are examples of that. So I am going to go again. I will be providing Instagram content checklist for you that you're going to use when you're creating content for your page. And let's go over the content real quick. Choosing the right image. Like I said, you can't do this enough, especially when it comes to Instagram. You have to use high quality image. So before you make your next post, before you post again, I want you to go through this checklist because I will be sending it after the class. Is this picture I'm about to post, is it high quality? Does it match with my feed or overall aesthetics? Is the photo consistent with the theme? You know, is it not? Sometimes, of course, we can't always post 100% of the same type of pictures, but 90% of our pictures or 80% of our pictures should be the same, should be cohesive, should look kind of alike, right? Should align. Did you add your location? Again, I will not stress that enough. Always add location to the picture and also to your bio. So before you create your next post, make sure you check, did I add location to my post? How is the creativity? Is it fun? Does your caption draw your audience attention? Sorry, that was written twice. Is it attractive? Is it hitting my pain points? Is it telling a story? Is it making me feel good, or is it making me look good? Remember those three things I talked about. You know, did you add a call to action? Did you add an instruction at the end of each caption? Did you include an external link, for instance, in your bio or in the caption, which you might not, you can do that on Facebook? Did you put your contact information? Did you tell them to engage or to like or to follow or to go to your link or to buy from you? Did you remind them? You have to always do that. Did you use hashtags? You have to always use hashtags. All your content, you have to use as much as possible, right? So if for instance, we're going to be talking about hashtags later, but do you have a branded hashtag? Check it there. Do you have hashtag research app? Do you have at least 15? You don't have to use 15, but at least 5 hashtags. You can add it to each of your content. Okay, because this is what people are searching for. And speaking of hashtags, we're going to go into the definition of why this is important. Hashtags is a symbol. You know, it's a relevant keyword. It is a way of connecting your content to a topic. Keyword, hashtag, word, phrases, sentences used to search for topics. If you don't use any hashtag in your content, nobody is going to see it apart from people that are following you. But if you want people to be able to search for it, when people are randomly searching online, you have to use hashtags, and there are different groups of hashtags. We have the industry hashtags, which is the general one. We have niche related hashtags, which is specific to your industry. We have brand hashtags, which is relating to your particular, you're finding brands in your own industry. We have community hashtags, low, medium competition. We have location hashtags. Like I said, you can add location hashtags. So you can have a combination of these hashtags when you're creating every single post. Then we also have events related hashtags. We have celebratory hashtags like celebration, Valentine's Day hashtags, you know, high density hashtags, the common and the popular hashtags out there on Instagram. So combining different groups of hashtags is very, very important when you're building or writing a particular content. So when you write your caption, you are using high quality images. Make sure that you use a combination of different hashtag groups in your content. I have shared here popular hashtags like love, Insta good, fashion, happy, cute, follow, nature. There's so many different, these are the general hashtags. These are called general hashtags because they are popular. A lot of people use them and they're highly engaging. Now, let's go back to how to create a good caption. Because you have to put a caption in your picture. So when you write your picture, when you put a picture, you have to write an amazing caption. Make the post the most of the first sentence. Because sometimes people might not read your whole caption, right? So the first sentence of your caption should be very, very attractive. That should be where the main focus should be. Include a call to action. I've already said that at the end of your caption, make sure you include a call to action. Make sure there's value. It makes sense. Write for human. Write it for humans and not a robot. Draft Instagram captions in a separate place. I always use like Hootsuite and Buffer, a scheduling tool, so that way it helps me. Use your caption to tell stories. Use emojis and make it fun. Consider your caption length. Don't let it be too long and don't let it be too short. Sometimes it can be too short, but you don't always want too long because people might not read it. Think of your target audience. Again, when I say make sure that you are hitting their pain points with your captions. Choose the tone of your voice. Plan ahead. Use scheduling tools. There are free ones and there are paid ones that you can use to create like a week long of content so that they are high quality and you can really think about them before you post them. Develop the right hashtag strategy. Your hashtag strategy is very, very important. So developing the right one is extremely important. Find the right length. I've said that already. And of course, analyze your competitors. See what they're doing with their captions and use that as a benchmark. I'm not telling you to go copy word for word what other people are doing, but use it as to give you ideas of how to create your own hashtag. There are hashtag tools that you can use to help you. Like I said, hashtags are very important. So you can plan ahead. You have a week-long post. You can have different groups of hashtags in each of your posts. You can use Hootsuite, would help you with hashtags. Hashtify, TweetRead for Twitter. Trends Map shows you what is trending, and you can get on those trending hashtags. And Ingrammer, this helps you if you are struggling with hashtags. So these tools are very, very good to help you create hashtag strategy. And then going back to the Instagram caption checklist, I will be sharing this checklist also with you. This checklist is just an explanation of what I've said before. So we have checklists for each stage for your branding. We have checklists for caption. We have, before you write the next caption, you have to make sure that all these things are in place. Instagram caption writing tools. Again, there are tools to help you if you know that you're having difficulties doing it by yourself. The Caption Plus, some of them are free and some of them are paid, that you can use these tools to help you create captions for Instagram. You can use Insta Captions to help you create a caption for your user. So these are awesome tools that you can use if you know that you have difficulties writing caption by yourself. Hashtags for Instagram, lead tags. These are apps that you can find on your app page or app store. Preview, of course, is a very good tool. Now we're going to go into the general mistakes people make when you're writing content or on social media. Buying likes and followers. This is a really bad thing to do. Instagram might likely penalize you. Do not buy likes. Do not buy followers. Just follow the content advice I've given you on Instagram branding advice, and you will see improvements on your page. Using poor quality images. Instagram is very visual, so creating high quality images are very, very important. Posting too much or too little. If your post is just not good enough, or you don't post often, you have to be consistent when it comes to Instagram. At least once a day is what I recommend. At least once a day. Ignoring analytics. You have to always go into your insights very, very often. You can go into your Instagram insight, Facebook insight to see how well your posts are performing. It breaks it down for you. I'm going to come to your questions very soon. Ignore using too many hashtags. Like I said, you don't need to use 50 or 30 hashtags. No, just be strategic about your hashtag and choose the right hashtag. You can use like 5, between 5 and 10 is fine. Posting boring content. Guys, you cannot post boring content. Instagram is about packaging, is about visualization. Your content has to be fantastic. I am going to emphasize that. If I come to your page and it's so boring, guys, I'm going to leave. I'm going to move on. The reason, let me use this as your psychological check. When you think about popular comedians on social media, like the Lasisi, Mr. Macaroni, I'm sure you all know those people. Why do you think they have a large followership? Or people that are influencers, why do you think your influencers have a large followership? The reasons they have a large followership is 3 things I've been saying before. They are addressing a pain point, or they are making you look good, or they are making you feel good. For those funny influencers, you follow them because they make you laugh. They make you feel good. They create content that speaks to that feeling of you. People want to feel good. And if you're making me feel good, I will come to your page. If I come to your page and you're selling clothes and you have a beautiful model wearing your clothes, she looks beautiful. I want to look like that model, right? I will watch and follow you. The person is, you're making video of the person walking around with this beautiful clothes. I imagine myself in that clothes. I want to follow you. Is your content making people feel good, or are you solving a problem? That's another reason. The reason why you're following these influencers, because they are either making you feel good, look good, or they're solving a problem. For the funny ones, they make you laugh. That's why you're following them. And that's why a lot of people follow them. They make me feel good. They make me laugh. That's why. So you have to think about that when you're creating content. Having no plan. You have to have a plan. So if you came to Instagram because everybody's on Instagram, or you're on Facebook because you have no plan, then you're probably going to fail. You have to have a strategic plan. That's why I want you to go through all these checklists, branding, content, hashtag, target audience, and build out a plan for your business. Understand your mission statement, understand your whys, understand your voice, your tone. All these things are working together. Inconsistent branding. We don't know what your business is about. I come to your page, I cannot tell in 5 minutes what you do, why you do it, where you are. People are going to check out. Like me, you don't want to have spelling issues. Make sure you always check all your content. Make sure there are no spelling issues. Not using Instagram stories. You have to use the stories, guys. I'm going to share with you on another slide about this. Not engaging with followers. Sharing awkward links. Don't share long, weird links. Nobody's going to click on it. I'm laughing because I've seen this, where you have a business page and it's private. Your business page is private on Instagram and you want people to buy. Really, 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 we don't want that. You should not have a private business page. Get yourself a personal page. You can lock that up. But your business page should be open. Right? No using call to action. I've told you have to always use call to action. Give people instruction. What do you want them to do? What do you want them to do? Why are they there? Following more than being followed. If you have too many people you are following, you want to reduce that, but there's some people there that are not even following you. So just take them out of your page so that your page looks more professional. Okay? Again, it's another beautiful checklist. Guys, I'm giving you a lot of checklists. This would help you to visualize exactly how you create your post, right? Your location should be there, the image, the captions, the hashtags, and then people comment, right? These are the stages that you always need to go through when you're building your next post. And the checklist is going to have that questions for you to always use as a guide for when you're creating your images, how they're supposed to look. Are they right? Are they high quality? The hashtags, the comments. Again, you'll be getting all these checklists after the class. Okay? Right. So we're going to check 2 more Instagram pages. But for now, let's go into questions. Somebody have asked, if you have questions, please let me know. Somebody asked the difference between captions and content. Basically, content is the general word, right? Content is the general creation of information, whether on Instagram, whether on Facebook, on Snapchat, the videos, the captions, the Instagram posts, the reels, those are content. Captions are what you write here. Let me take you back to that visual image. Captions are what you write after the picture on Instagram or on any social media. The things you write here, those are what captions are. Captions are what you write under. Okay? Now, another question is how to create content for a grocery brand. If you have a grocery brand, take a picture about your grocery brand. Tell us the location. With a grocery brand, that means you're local, right? We want to know exactly your address. If you want people to come to your grocery store, we want to know exactly where your grocery store is located. Take pictures about the products. Tell us the quality of the product. You can also take us to the back end, like the examples of content that you can create. Take us to the back end of your products and tell us about one of your employees. Tell us how you got started. Hit people at their pain point, which is, do you deliver online? How safe is it to come to your location? Where exactly is your location? What pricing is your product? How well did you price? Are they affordable? Make sure you always tell people about that, because that's another pain point, right? People want to be able to know, can I afford this? So make sure you always express that in your content. Create affordable brand, create videos, speak to people in your video, let people know who you are in your video. Another question, how do you input a voice tone into a business page? Basically, that's in the branding. Your voice and your tone is just how the overall look of your business, the overall look. So like when I showed you HelloFresh, for instance, they had a cohesive look. They used green. They used highlights. They use the same caption. So by using different aspects of your business, different aspects of your tone, right? Different aspects of the fonts, the voice, the brand, it will create an overall tone. And if it's consistent along each platform, so you are using the same colors on Instagram, the same type of logo on Instagram, on Facebook, on Snapchat, it creates a consistency on your website. So people are now familiar with that color, just like HelloFresh, they use green, and if you go to their website, it will probably be the same color. If you go to the other social media platform, it will be the same color. Okay, if you have any other questions, let me know. Now, like I said in one of my posts on social media, that Instagram has privately advised some creators on how often to post, offering a rare glimpse into how mysterious the algorithm works. I know we all love Instagram. That is why I'm using Instagram as our baseline. Basically, Instagram has told some influencers that in order for you to really engage on social media, in order for you to really convert on social media, these are the things you need to do. This is a perfect blend. You need to post at least 3 posts a week. This would include your Reels and IGTV. You need to use your post 8 to 10 stories a week, your Instagram stories, at least twice a day, posting your stories. Then 4 to 7 Reels a week, and then 1 to 3 IGTV a week. To be honest, even I don't do this much, but this is coming from influencers that Instagram has privately met with, that in order for you to really dominate on social media, on their platform, you really have to be extremely engaged. If you can do this, this is a perfect guide for you to start thinking about when you are creating content for the entire week. And another helpful way to do that is to plan ahead. If you can plan ahead and schedule some of these posts, then it'll be good. But personally, this might be quite unrealistic, but this is a definite guide for you to think about if you can, especially if you are selling products, if you're addressing customers. You can post as often as you want and use as different types of hashtags, so you keep meeting and hitting different people on different times, right? This comes to the end of this class. And if you don't have any other question, we have a fantastic contest for one person to get 1 month of content. 1 month of content. Either we help you create content if you are needing graphics, but if it's not graphic, we would guide you for a month on the amazing content, help you create amazing content for your Instagram page. And to win this, for one person to be lucky to win this, you have to help send in your reviews about this course via email or to my handle, Wendy Love. So send in the review. Tell me if you've learned 1 or 2 things, how you felt about the course. Send me a review, email me the review, or send me the review into Wendy Love, right? Thank you guys very, very much. Let me know if you benefited from this course. Write a message, let me know, please. If you have learned 1 or 2 things, let me know right now before we end this course. Thank you. Please continue. Thank you. I like that. I am very, very thankful for every single one of you that came here. I appreciate you guys. Please write awesome reviews. Send it to me. Email me the review so you get opportunity to win this amazing 1 month that we can work together. Now, if you need help, we also provide services. If you need help with that, we provide services about. Thank you, Peju. We provide content creation services. Remember, I have an agency, G2 Marketing Agency, where we provide SEO services. We provide, thank you guys, Instagram. We provide Facebook. See, on my page, I want you to remember something. Press the notification bell because a lot of amazing things are coming to my Wendy Love page. Please add me to your notification. I am going to be providing digital marketing solutions. These are solutions used by multinationals, and I'm going to be providing them to you. I'm not just going to focus on Instagram. I'm going to focus on the whole ecosystem of digital marketing, SEO, social media, email marketing, other aspect, influencer marketing. So it's not just one aspect, it's going to be all, okay? So make sure that you press your notification bell on my Instagram page. Send the review, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys are awesome. Bye. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, guys.